Welcome everybody. Welcome to kind of a newer idea that I'm working on. So this is kind of going to be the test of the show. So welcome to Sky Harbor International Airport. My name is Slav. I will be your host for today. So we are going to be attempting some new features on the show. So we're finally figuring out how to set up this Stream Deck to its best of abilities. So hopefully we get some good stuff. We are live in Phoenix, Arizona. We are on the north side. So let's do our rush hour, plane spotting hour here. So welcome everybody. Sun's barely won yesterday, which was kind of a big issue for him. So up next we have American Airlines 2409 coming out of Seattle. Let's go take a look at that bad boy. And welcome everybody, welcome to Phoenix. We'll be testing out some new features and you guys let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna start maybe doing a more well-produced show, which is gonna be the key for us. And it's actually very time consuming. So maybe it'll be a once-off thing that I try. So if you remember, I'm gonna actually roll out a lot of the features later on in one part of the week. We're gonna actually be trying to see if everything will work. I think in about 25 minutes we should be getting a 777 landing in. And for those of you that caught our last stream, we actually filmed a captain's retirement flight, which was actually pretty impressive to get. All right, let's see this bad boy landing. All right. Okay, let's take a look what we have coming in next. So, my one feature that I would like to do is we are going to set up a spotter feature. So, if you're a plane spotter and you'd like your work featured on here, we will have a segment where we can showcase some of your work that you guys have. So, this might actually be a better way of showcasing some local talent. And if you can take a look, I don't know, maybe that feature would work. Get you some more followers, this and that. So that's going to be one of our new staples we're going to try and launch on this show. As I said, everything takes a little bit longer to implement. So what do you guys think? Is that something you guys would appreciate? Man, I am tired. I have been up since like 3 a.m. I didn't get much sleep last night. So we will try our best to keep up the energy. Sometimes the energy of this thing is key. So let me see if I can do something very quickly. All right, let's take a look. If I can switch it over from my computer to everything. Yeah, it's a cool idea, just trying everything. It's crazy how many haters you get, so it is what it is. When people have stupid ideas. But this is the thing, honestly, like, you gotta try new things. Maybe it could work, maybe it couldn't work. actually the beginning of the year for me is going to be quite busy if you think about it. Or actually, we're going to have a lot of freelance work coming up, so maybe December might be the busy stream month, and then starting next year might be kind of slower for me. I got to take a trip over to Portland soon for a shoot. So once this stream ends today, if you remember, stick around, we're going to try something else. So promising you guys a members only stream. Or we'll share some news.
33 visual 26. Southwest 2733 Phoenix Tower, runway 26, clear for 6 clear wind, Southwest 2733. Southwest 1809,
hopefully I don't get stabbed in Portland.
Left up Bravo, Southwest 18.
Yeah, I figured out how to add the banner. I don't use OBS anymore, so now I've actually started using different software for it, but it's actually going to cost me about $200 for a year subscription through the YOLO box edition. So everything adds up. People don't realize it. Like, you'd rather have quality over quantity, so. We have some infill stuff for you guys, like in case it slows down. So the key is going to be just trying some new things. Like I said, the spotter feature, but if anything, we'll just share stuff. And over there, we have the poop truck. He's lining up. And we're about to see a close-up of one of the planes coming into the gates. So those little numbers down there, they actually tell which plane goes where. I hear somewhere they still have the 757 names on it. And then we will have American 2765 coming in from Chicago.
Visual, American 2765, visual 26.
So if you would like to basically support the channel, we do have memberships or super chats. You will pay for a parking fund. And over there we actually do have actually a special livery over there. It's the Continental Retro Jet by United is parked over by their Continental gates. So that's pretty cool seeing. And actually I read somewhere on the airplane news that Hawaiian Airlines is going to start operating their Dreamliners in May, like May 15th is when they're actually going to be going. So that's actually going to be cool to see. I wonder what's going to happen with their A330s. You think they're going to keep them, or what do you think they're going to do with them? Thinking they're going to end up keeping them. Or converting them to freighter work. But we do have some overcast clouds here in Phoenix. Man. think you have to just click on the web browser, man. Hey, I actually got your takeoff, Jaqueen, the other day, so I will actually post it and send it to you, dude. I just haven't had time to do it. Been a little busy with work. So up next on the landing is American 2765 coming out of Chicago, and then we will get Alaska 700 coming out of Seattle. It's a little bit close, so there's a big chance there's going to be a go-around if the Alaska is as close as I think it is. Yeah, our pollution has been bad, man. I have like terrible sinus issues because of it. So like I said, we're going to be doing some things differently on the channel. And stay tuned, I will share some more info regarding it. The best way to keep a lookout on it is on the community page.
Got 4830 finished hour, runway 26, cleared land, wind 280 at 4. That's 4830.
So what's crazy, I have a shoot coming up where I'm required to fly a drone right next to a military airbase. So it's been like a big process trying to get a waiver through the FAA. Making sure I don't get in trouble with it. So a lot of people don't realize, even though it's a toy, it still technically operates in the airspace. Well, it's not a toy, it's a tool.
Frontier Flight 2141, Phoenix, number 3, runway 26, cleared land.
So I have to make sure with the FAA that my blanket airspace waiver covers the area of operations. As we watch this Alaska Air glide down from Seattle, bringing in the overcast clouds with us.
Good afternoon, American 2765 on Bravo. Come on, tower, sir.
And I think shortly we will be getting an MD-11. Not sure if I will be live when the MD does come in, but it's gonna be a little fun. And as our ground crew is loading up the luggage.
Alaska 700, turn left, taxi Charlie to parking on this frequency. Have a good day. Alright, let's turn Charlie to park and I'll stay with you, Alaska 700. American 27, number 2 for runway 26. American 2727, Phoenix Tower, runway 26, clear to land, wind 290 at 5. Clear land, runway 26, American 2727.
What are we talking about bicycles? We have somebody from San Diego. And somebody's just hanging off of there. And we have a bit of a pushback over here. So up next we have Frontier 2141, Hunter the Bobcat coming in from Denver. And there's a very, very close Envoy Air coming in from San Jose, and an American, actually Envoy has actually gotten out of the pattern. So let's go take a look at the Frontier flight.
Southwest 4830, turn left there at Bravo 7, turn left on taxiway Bravo, contact ground. That's Bravo 7, on the Bravo, contact ground, Southwest 4830.
So welcome everybody, welcome to Phoenix.
Phoenix Tower.
Welcome to our rush hour plane spotting hour, where I can either sit in rush hour for an hour or I can come to the airport.
What hospital are you departing from?
The decision has been made.
Sir, Angel says thank you. You already cleared the Bravo. I have no observed traffic in your vicinity for to change the route. Register, actually, I'd like you to run through your eastern part of the Bravo if possible on the way to Falcon Field. Hey, Ranger 1, radar contact. See if you guys otherwise, but. Yes, sir. Thank you.
100 a Bobcat livery. Pretty smooth landings right here. And over there we do have the US Air retro livery. This was actually a very big airline here in the valley for a while.
Project 41, turn left onto Bravo, taxi Bravo, Sierra South route. Bravo, Sierra South route. That's American 2203, Runway 226. American 2203, Phoenix Tower, running 26, go land.
So we have American 2727 coming in from Dallas. Let's go take a look at that flight. Today's kind of been, start off I thought it was going to be a very warm day, but then out of nowhere we got this cloud coverage and it just kind of looks yucky. In a sense, I think a lot of it might be smog. And as we watch this A321 taxi in, right behind it there's a little CRJ coming into its gate. And in Phoenix, we get a lot of these types of views. Going into Alpha 1. And let's go take a look at where 777 is.
Frontier 4774 on the visual T6. 554774, Phoenix.
Man, I'm tired. Just finally caught up to me, guys.
Frontier 4774.
And we have our 777 about 12 minutes out, American 195. But on the final, almost on the runway, we do have American 2203 coming out of Omaha. So let's go take a look at the Omaha flight. And I will end up putting a link on how you can submit some of your photos for the new spotter feature that we're going to have. So once a week we will feature a spotter and your name will flash up on our YouTube. What a yucky day.
Bravo, then contact ground. Bravo, ground.
All right. Now the crew is starting work on our American Airlines flight that just arrived.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Angel 2, right.
And on final final, we have Frontier 4774 Summer to Swan livery coming out of Vegas. The thing with Frontier, when you fly with them, make sure your plane is actually at the gates, because if the plane is not at the gates, chances are your plane is going to be delayed. That's a tip I was given to by a friend. Let's see, will our poop truck driver put on? But what I tell people, every time you fly on one of these low budget airlines or ultra low cost airlines, you get what you pay for. Like for example, you can fly to San Francisco for $19 on Frontier.
Clear land 26, Southwest 2122.
But you'll be charged for everything. So Summer to Swan livery arriving for us. So welcome everybody, welcome to our show, welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Pleasure having you on. We are a very interesting airport. We do get a lot of cool planes that come in here every now and then.
Bravo Sierra South route, Frontier 4774.
Michael, I don't know if your Southwest is going to land here. Okay, so Michael Friedman is on final. He is lined up north, so we're going to wait for a second while I can pull in on him. And the pollution is so bad that the camera doesn't even want to focus. So it's pulling into the dust. So what are they doing? Are they filling up the water right here? The water cannon salute, my friends. Can't do it for captains, but we can waste it down there. What are you focusing on? I understand you want to focus on the... And that is Michael Friedman's plane coming from Dallas. I feel like sometimes I have dyslexia when it comes to pronouncing some of these flight numbers. Come on, man. Usually I'm a lot smoother with the tripod, guys, but my eyes are a little strained. I spent about 9 hours editing today, so... Michael, you can share this with the flight crew if you'd like. So, how was that landing? Did you feel it? And we're following this Southwest flight where one of our fans is on. Potable water.
Bravo, taxi Bravo, Sierra South route. Lost on Bravo, Bravo, Sierra South route, Southwest 2132.
And the 777 is lining up for its approach. somebody says hi from Missouri. Hi, Kit. Okay, let me see if I can fix something. Honestly, man, I used to use my cinema camera on this, but I can't justify using a cinema camera that could actually burn out plane spotting, where it can actually make me money. So this is a hobby. The other thing is more of a way of making a living for my family. So welcome everybody. If you have any questions regarding the stream, feel free to ask. Right now we're going to go look at more of the ground action as this CRJ crew, or the ground crew, is unloading this CRJ. Mike, did you give Jacob the window seat? Somebody said. What is going on? Some of these people need to fix their radios.
Oh, Tower American 195 heavy, final 26
And up next, we do have American 195 coming out of London Heathrow. So smash that like button, guys. It does help me out quite a bit. We're a smaller channel. We don't ask for much. But we like to have fun on this channel. If you've never been to Phoenix, it's a cool airport. Also, we are on Instagram, so if you like good content, our Instagram is Fly Phoenix Sky Harbor, where you can get some of the best photos that I've taken. And this is going to be our new spotter feature. If you're a spotter and you'd like to be featured, we'll set up an email. You can email us and we'll share some of your work with all of our fans. So follow us. And back to the ground stuff. So the one thing we love on this channel is the poop truck. So we'll see how much longer we can have this stupid ATC on, because it's starting to get on my nerves, to be honest. Half the time it doesn't work. You would think for pilots claiming how much money they make, they would get better headsets. Half of them sound like a headset from a 1997 movie. Like it's ridiculous, to be honest. Alrighty guys, our American 195 from London Heathrow is coming in. Air Canada was fashionably late. I saw them coming in as I was driving in. They're usually supposed to land at 12, but in typical Air Canada fashion, as you can see, the haze is not allowing the camera to zoom in. In typical Air Canada fashion, they were like 3 hours late or 5 hours late. So it's not often we get a lot of heavies here. Today might be one of those days. We're going to get a 777 and possibly an MD-11 if he does come in early. But when it comes to our airport, we do get a lot of military planes. Like you get a C-5 out of nowhere, and overall it can be pretty cool. I think what does Phoenix in really badly is we're so close to Dallas and LAX that a lot of people will just fly over there. There's our 777 from London. And over there we actually do have our Continental livery, retro livery. So Air Canada was over 4 hours late today. Shocking, isn't it? I guess they do have a reputation for not being timely. And since they've launched the Phoenix flight, I don't think they've been on time. Well, they've been on time once. But we do have a pushback of our Continental retro jet. It's a Boeing 737. What do you guys think? Do you like some of these retro liveries some of the airliners are doing? Do they work? Looks pretty neat, man. The good old days of aviation. So that is a really cool livery. And then over there we do actually have our big boy, our 777 rolling in. And on final, we do have our banana plane. So let's go quickly and catch our Spirit Airlines flight. Coming in from Vegas. As you guys know, last year, JetBlue failed to acquire Spirit in a merger, so did Frontier. So they're still chilling, hanging around. I know a few pilots that fly for them. So it's another one of our ultra low-cost carriers. I had a good experience flying with them, so I'm not going to say anything negative about them. And Delta should do a retro, but you know, they have their brand standards. Delta is one of the more difficult airlines when it comes to brand standards. But I understand, you got to protect it. And a lot of people don't realize it, especially in Planespotting. People create products that will have copywritten stuff on them, like logos. That is a no-no. They have better lawyers, you will get sued. Just telling you. Because a lot of them are registered trademarks and they don't want to lessen their brand. But speaking of a company that does really good special liveries, Southwest Airlines I think does a really good job. So we will be getting SkyWest 4829 coming in out of Oklahoma City. So let's go take a look over there. But for the meanwhile, let's see, is anybody going to pop out of this hatch? So Hughes Air West used to be the yellow banana years ago. It's crazy, there used to be so many airlines in the US and then they slowly consolidated. So it just makes me wonder, like, how many more are going to consolidate? As we have a regional little Embraer coming in. And on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are projected to have some rain here in the valley. So that actually makes for some really good videos and photos. Hi, Kyle. Kyle changes his logo to every T95 Wi-Fi in a blink of an eye. That's funny. So we did a show this past weekend, and the Wi-Fi worked perfectly. And then today, literally 40 minutes in, we get a bit of an issue. So we have American 2646 coming in from Cabo. That is our next flight coming in. Well, you guys didn't get to see the train I was zoomed into, so it kind of gets, yep, literally new record, 39 minutes of the stream, and the internet goes, you know what, nah. And we do have an American Airlines 737 MAX coming up soon. Cabo Wabo. So up next, we will be getting JSX 407 coming in from Vegas. They recently announced they will be leaving Phoenix and will be going to Scottsdale, flying out of Scottsdale, which should be interesting because Scottsdale is already a very, very busy airport with general aviation. So with the general aviation over there, you can sometimes be stuck with some very heavy delays, but chances are he's going south. And yes, that is a US Airways livery. Feel free to ask any question you may have regarding the stream. As you can see, this is right now is where a lot of the American Airlines planes are going. Panthers on top. They've won what? Did they win yesterday? Yeah, they won a game yesterday. They're a terrible team. I think tickets were going as little as 45 cents. I saw somewhere. That's what happens when you don't put a good product on the field. They don't do too well. So our poop truck is driving past these empty American gates. And we will be waiting for our JSX to appear. Oh wow, look at that. For a second the engine was kind of glowing. I saw it glowing. The Carolina Panthers. Honestly, your guys' owner is not very good. He feels like he should be coaching the team. Oh no, JSX is going south. There's no planes crash, dude. The internet crashes. So up next we will have American 2109 coming in from Vegas. So it's mostly an American lineup today. And we will get a FedEx 767. But no, we have had shows where we've actually caught the red of the engine when they power it up, it looks freaking cool, man. So right now is a bit of a slow time at Sky Harbor, but we do end up getting a lot of special planes. Like we've had an A340 come in a few years ago, it looked beautiful. And speaking of special liveries, these are some of my favorite collections. You have American, and you have your Reno Air ones, and overall, kind of a highlight of some of the planes we've seen on the streams. So this is the type of action you get, and if you ever get bored, we do have some of these videos that we will load up. So alrighty, our American plane is lining up, so let's go back. Let's go take a look at it. Giving you a bit of a more to kill the time. What is your question? American 2109. Is coming out of Vegas. So for the longest time, we didn't see a lot of American 737 Maxes, but the last year and a half, they've all come back to Sky Harbor. I think a lot of them were kept on the East Coast for a while. And I think somewhere we did read that this is one of the bigger airlines in the US. I think United is going to give them a run for their money with their recent orders. They have their Airbus, the Neo that they just ordered, so I think they're going to start getting more Neos, primarily to replace their aging fleet of 757s. And right here we have our operations dudes, so every once in a while you will see them driving down the runway doing an inspection. As we watch these guys unload this Embraer. We do have our moderators on. And we have United 1798 coming out of Houston. It's a 737 MAX 9. Well, look forward to seeing you here in Phoenix, man. It's gonna be fun. You'll like it. Actually, that's probably the best time of year to come here. It's a little cool in the morning, but in the afternoon, make sure you have a light jacket that you can just take off. I'm really curious to see what happens with the Alaska-Hawaiian merger and what their plan is. I know they said they will keep both entities around, but I don't see that happening. I see it maybe getting an entire new name. And I think Boeing thought that the successor to the 757 was going to be the 737 MAX 10, but you cannot replace that 757. A lot of pilots love that plane. It's literally called the hot rod of the sky. So if you think about it, it's a really amazing plane. I believe it was the successor to the 727. And the 727 was actually one of the smaller planes back when it was launched in the 60s. So So realistically, it's kind of an older design. Both the 737 and all the other planes were kind of, are almost 50, 60 years old. And we have our ground crew working. So the coldest that it's going to be in Phoenix, let's take a look. We have light rain forecasted, which I think is a bunch of BS. Honestly, the coldest it's going to be is 56 degrees, which is nothing. That's actually really nice. On this channel, you will learn a lot. You'll learn a lot of random facts. We have a lot of people that are pretty nerdy about aviation. And most of all, we'll just have fun. That's the key. Let's listen in if our radio is actually going to behave. If the pilots are actually going to be normal on it, not have radio sets from 1997. So welcome everybody, welcome to our show, welcome to Phoenix. So Tyler's watching while on board American 1018. Honestly, if the 757 were to be released, I think a lot of these companies would end up ordering them. So we have American 550 coming out of Minneapolis. But I think the damage is already done. A lot of airlines are moving on. I know Icelandic Airlines has started retiring their 757s. And I believe the 757-300 was initially created for Condor Air, who were in the process of retiring their DC-10s. Corporate greed, man. That is one thing that a lot of these airlines have fallen into a trap with. What's up, Daniel? So let's take a look. Are you sure you're an American Airlines 1018? What part of, where are you coming from, man? So ERB was, I just clicked something. Well, that happens. My tablet has the chat and I accidentally have fat fingers, so accidents happen, my friends. Happy little accidents. So let's see, anything else happening down there? Let's watch a CRJ touchdown for a second. Those those are kind of the crazy planes here, like a lot of them coming in, smaller planes. And we have our sky chefs who like to drive like 20 under the limit. So American Airlines 2108, you're coming from Dallas. Chances are you'll be landing south in about, you're 20 minutes out, my friend. Up next we have American 2829 coming out of JFK, then SkyWest 3066 from Sioux Falls, and Southwest 480 from Baltimore. And I wonder what time Air Canada is going to depart, considering they were very, very late today. Air Canada does operate a Dreamline route here, so, but out here we do have a pushback of an A321. The plane we are looking at is American 2769. That is going to be going to Orlando. Most likely it will be pulled up to those numbers over there. And our ground crew is anticipating another flight coming in. So welcome everybody, welcome to the channel. Smash that like button, subscribe. In about 20 minutes, Tyler is going to be flying in. We'll get a video of him. I apologize, I'm doing a terrible job keeping a track of what you guys are commenting on. I'm more focused on trying to get you guys better shots. Our Orlando flight is being pulled out. Now let's watch them work. And we do have our Southwest plane approaching the end of its so Southwest 480 from Baltimore is next. The American 1330 right after that. So let's go take a look at our Southwest flight that's about to touch down. I believe that is an 800 series. Typically when I set up early in the week, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's dead, sometimes it's busy. So up next, we have American Airlines 1330 out of Philadelphia, and then Delta 994 coming in from Atlanta. I don't know where they said it's gonna. They were all saying it's going to rain, but I don't see it happening. Their wheel looks a little bent. Not really. So we are about to see some pushback action. As our A320 is about to push out. And then let's go take a look at this. Our flight from Philadelphia is coming in. Usually my buddy Corey flies this thing. Anytime I spot him, that's where he's coming from. And then our Delta Airlines adding a bit of a color to our stream from Atlanta. And we are dropping some frames, which I'm confused about. Alrighty, Delta 994, an A321 that is 5 years old. April 2018. That's 5 years ago. That's crazy. Delta did fly in a 767 this morning. During the winter months, Phoenix does get a lot of heavy traffic. I'm wondering what that Southwest plane is doing. So he is lining up on runway 26, so I'm wondering, is he taking off or what is going on with that? So it is going from it's going to Tampa, which is weird. So we'll be getting a rare takeoff from runway 26. Not sure why, maybe something happened on the other runway. as the SkyWest plane glides in. All right, guys. So we do have our Southwest plane departing for Tampa. Southwest 3512, and then we have an American Airlines going to Denver. So 2 back-to-back takeoffs from runway 26. I really wonder why he's taking off from the north side. And it is getting incredibly loud here today. That is random. That's what I was thinking too, level flight. So up next we'll get American 1309 going to Denver. Jesus Christ, Airbus, why are you so loud? And we have Southwest 749. And Tyler is about 8 minutes out. Hey, Tom. So all of these Airbuses are turning on. The APUs and everything is super loud. On final, we have Southwest 749 out of Chicago, ORD. So let's see, will he butter this landing? I think he will. And just like that, they do. And in some rare instance, we are getting a lot of our planes that are going to be departing on the north side. We have 2 of them, so I'm wondering what happened. So Tyler is lining up. He may be going south, unless our 767, I think our 767 is going south too. Up next we have American 2164, it's an A319. Coming in from Des Moines, or Des Moines, I don't know how you would say that. So welcome everybody, welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of our members. Special thank you for joining in. And thank you, Daniela, I appreciate you. Let's go take a look at our baby bus. So smash the like, subscribe. We will be testing out some new features this week. So stay tuned. It's always a fun time on this chat. And if you want to look at some more videos, Level Flight does have a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Good quality too. What is that? It looks like me after I eat Taco Bell. If you get the picture, guys. Alright, let's see if you are lining up north. So AA2108, Tyler is going north. Thank you, my Czech friend. It's coming out of Dallas, about 2 minutes out. So smash that like, guys, it does help. Yes, I made a joke, a poop joke. Because I'm a child and that's what we do. This is pretty cool, man. Honestly, I never realized that they actually lift up the wheel. I always thought they towed it until I actually watched one of the streams, and I was legitimately mind blown, to be honest. All right, in about 20 seconds, we'll be able to... What is her flight number, Boston? Tom? So I can take a look at it. That's hilarious. Every time I'm here, I either catch somebody coming in or somebody's family members. So that means things are happening. Also, I did go the other day to a restaurant and somebody recognized me, which was kind of hilarious. So Leah is coming on Delta 2142 out of Minneapolis, but first, let's go take a look at Tyler's flight as it's coming in. This man travels all over the world, or the continental United States. He does run a podcast, the Non-Rev podcast, shameless plug. So if you're about aviation, listen to his podcast. Drop the name of it on there, Tyler. Welcome back, Tyler. Welcome to Phoenix. All right, guys, Leah's flight is next. And man, that guy's like carrying that luggage over his head like a G. The person down there. All right, Leah, you are next on our focal point. Give me 1 second. All right, Leah, your dad is watching your landing, so let's zoom in. Probably a lot warmer in Phoenix than where she came from. You can actually see the jet blast, which is pretty cool. And we have a landing, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to Phoenix, everybody. Always good to have you guys on here. And there's Tyler's plane crossing right past. 63 in Boston. That's honestly, I feel like the planet is getting warmer. Every year it seems like it gets less and less colder. I'm also thinking it might be a cycle right now. Because a few years ago we actually did have a very, very cold winter in Phoenix. It ended up snowing in Scottsdale, which is about 20 minutes away from here. And man, look at this. They look like a bunch of little bumblebees going around this baby bus. Very popular plane today. I'm gonna grab something out of my vehicle. Let's take a look at what we have coming in next. Maybe we have another big plane coming in, and when that happens, I'm going to try and bounce out in a little bit. We do have an MD-11 UPS 2876 coming out of Louisville. And we have Stephen, big hello from Auckland, New Zealand. Hello, Stephen. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Tyler's plane is right here. And on final, we have a Legion Airlines 4751 coming out of Chicago, which is pretty crazy. For the longest time, a Legion only operated out of Mesa Gateway. So if you think about it, now they moved to Phoenix. And I believe next year they will be getting their 737 Maxes. They ordered a bunch. I'm not sure when they're intended to go into service or if it's even still happening. Share your info below if you know if they're actually going to be using these. Speaking of the 757, Allegiant did used to operate a couple of 757s for their Hawaii trips. They had a short time that they operated them and then they got rid of them. They primarily used to operate Mad Dogs. That was the one time I flew with them and the plane was a bit dated. They're Las Vegas based. Alrighty, let's see that landing. We did have ATC on earlier, but it was being a jerk. Some weird noises were coming out of there, so I was like, eh. Alright, let's see where Tyler. And speaking of which, there is our forever delayed Air Canada 787. I hope he does go, takes off north. Chances are he's gonna go south. It would be cool if they went north. guys ever feel so tired that you kind of have a headache? That's the tiredness I have now. No, he is going south. So I'm on a mission to fly on the 747-800 next few months, either Lufthansa or Korean Air. Never been, but did fly on United when I was a kid. If you go, man, get some videos with your phone. I would love to see what you get. And if you guys want to see something crazy, check this out. So the pollution is so bad, you can actually see it as our sun is setting. That is what our pollution looks like, ladies and gentlemen. We're breathing that in. Ooh. Hashtag asthma. All right, let's see where our MD-11 is. Most likely the MD-11 is going to go south. Up next we have American 464 coming in from Milwaukee, and American 1911 from Charlotte. That's awesome. I have some recorded videos of pilots waving to me, which is kind of funny. But I just don't want to get him in trouble for anything. I know they're supposed to have a sterile cockpit, and I would hate for him to come back. So, all right, let's get a couple of more planes. And then the Aviation Rush Hour, as we've dubbed this, maybe coming to a conclusion today. So let's take a look at our flight from Milwaukee. So click the like, guys. It does help out the channel quite a bit. Helps other plane spotters discover us. We do like to have fun on this stream, so we have a rule, just don't be a jerk. And that's it. For the most part, everybody is good. And our flight from Milwaukee has landed. And we have some bad news. I'm pretty sure that MD-11 is going south, since the south is extremely dead. So that is unfortunate for us. I was hoping we would get one of the bigger boys on this side. Everything looks like he is lining up to go south. So we have American 1911 coming in from Charlotte. It's an A321. Man, I can smell the burning rubber, man. It's crazy. And our poop truck is coming in. So the ground crew are very important here at Sky Harbor, or in every airport. Without them, the airport would come to a screeching halt. Apparently it does not like this haze at all, man. Never seen anything like this. And we have our Alaska Air, which has taken over, like I said, taken over Hawaiian. So let's see, do we see the MD?
Runway 26 clear left. 2 clear left, 26 goes 3034.
I'm sad. I thought we were going to get the MD this way. But I guess not. Wasn't meant to be, ladies and gents. Let's see. Maybe I still have some faith. $31. It happens. So we have Southwest 1711 coming in.
All ahead, runway 26, clear land. 26, clear land.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to fix a little issue. We are experiencing a bit of an internet outage at the moment. Which will be fixed in about... Am I right, boys and girls? You're hearing me rustling everything. Time together is coming to an end as my internet. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure. So with that being said, let's catch one more plane and we will call it a show. How about that? So thanks to all of you that have joined in. And let's see if we can get that MD-11 flying past. Are we back online?
1711, left turn Charlie and
Say
the
yes
south
or no, guys.
southbound over the bridge.
There's our MD-11, which we were hoping would come up north.
And then ground on the bridge. Destination Whiskey is now current altimeters 299.
You guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Hi, Linda. So take care, guys.